Naomi Oe Ohene Oti from Ghana.
Talking of guests of honour, all the honour has to be on this lady here. Naomi, the stage is yours.
Honestly speaking, I think this season is for Ghana. Ghana have been winning so much in so many areas, from the Ghanaian cities beating down the US dollars to the senior high schools that went for robotic competition in the United States, came back home as the overall winner with a whopping sum of 56,000 US dollars to this particular nurse we are talking about today. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on today's video. Please, there's light out to this, so pardon the video quality. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so grateful you are here again. I mean, if you are my returning viewer, and if you are new, welcome. My name is Lillian and I hope you hit that subscribe button. Please don't forget to give this video a like. So in today's video, I'm joining Ghanaians from around the world to celebrate a Ghanaian nurse that made Ghana proud and Africa as a whole. This is a win for Africa, and I love the fact that she dedicated that win to not just Ghana but Africa as a whole and to her colleagues from around the world. And you guys, we are talking about 250,000 USA dollars. Y'all, that's a lot of money, and I'm not just here for the money, okay? I'm here to celebrate her because it's a big win. Yeah, I just want to laud it here. So without further ado, let's go straight into the video, get to see, and then I would later in the video leave her beginning of this journey. So let's check the video out, some of the videos out. Where do we begin from?
Naomi Oe Ohene Oti from Ghana.
When hard work pays off. Ohene Oti has won the 2025 Astor Guardians Global Nursing Award for her pioneering work in cancer care and nurse training. She was selected from 100,000 applicants across 199 countries.
This is not just my victory, it is a recognition of the resilience, compassion, and leadership of nurses across Ghana, Africa, and the world. Over 2 decades ago, I began my nursing journey with a simple mission: to ease pain, bring hope, and walk alongside those battling cancer. In sub-Saharan Africa, I have witnessed firsthand the inequities in cancer care, especially in the resourced communities. But I've also seen the immense potential of nurses to lead transformative change.
As head of nursing at Kolebus Oncology Center in Accra, Ohene helped launch training programs. She was also part of the team that developed Ghana's postgraduate oncology nursing curriculum in 2015. Her award comes amid global calls to elevate the profession.
We need urgent, sustained investments in nursing education, jobs, leadership, and working conditions, informed by data, driven by equity, and inspired by the courage and compassion of nurses. My congratulations to the nurses being recognized today.
This year's award cycle saw a 28% increase in nursing applications over the last year.
Honestly speaking, I think this season is for Ghana. Ghana have been winning so much in so many areas, from the Ghanaian cities beating down the US dollars to the senior high schools that went for robotic competition in the United States, came back home as the overall winner with a whopping sum of 56,000 US dollars to this particular nurse we are talking about today from Ghana. You guys, this season is for my people. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Let's go back to the video because that is not all. Let's get that speech from Madam Naomi as she talks about something, and I would like you all to pay attention.
Talking of guests of honour, all the honour has to be on this lady here. Naomi, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, our esteemed organizers, Asta DM Healthcare, the Chairman, Azad Mopin, our respected judges, distinguished guests, fellow nurses, and supporters from all around the world. First and foremost, to God be the glory for this incredible honor. I stand before you deeply humbled and profoundly grateful to accept the Asta Guardian Global Nursing Award 2025. This is not just my victory, it is a recognition of the resilience, compassion, and leadership of nurses across Ghana, Africa, and the world. Over 2 decades ago, I began my nursing journey with a simple mission: to ease pain, bring hope, and walk alongside those battling cancer. In sub-Saharan Africa, I have witnessed firsthand the inequities in cancer care, especially in the resourced communities. But I've also seen the immense potential of nurses to lead transformative change. My passion for oncology nursing was born out of a desire to bring this gap and deliver compassionate, high-quality care to those who need it most. This award affirms that dream and empowers me to do even more. It is more than a recognition. It is a catalyst for lasting change. I'm committed to using it to amplify the voice of African nurses, expand access to cancer care, and build a legacy of leadership and excellence in oncology nursing across our continent. This award, as said, is not mine alone. It belongs to every patient I have served, every nurse I have mentored, every colleague who have joined in this vision of equity in cancer care. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to the government of Ghana, especially the Minister of Health, for creating an enabling environment for healthcare professionals. Also, the entire CEO and the entire staff of Kolebu Teaching Hospital, the director and the staff of National Radiotherapy Oncology and Nuclear Medicine Center, my professional home and foundation, and then Global Nursing and Midwifery Fraternity, the president of the entire membership of Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwife Association, the Ghanaian Diaspora Nurses Association for their leadership and advocacy, the Church of Pentecost, the leadership, Apostle Eric Nyamiche, and the executives and members for their spiritual support and prayers. My mentors, my colleagues whose guidance have shaped my professional growth, my parents, siblings, and in-law for nurturing and standing by me, my husband who is here with me today, and our 3 wonderful children. Your love and sacrifice give me strength. The entire nursing and midwifery fraternity in Ghana and abroad, your dedication inspires me daily. And the membership of AORTIC, African Organization for Research, Training in Cancer Care, the International Society of Nurses and Cancer Care, and CCAN for amplifying African nurses' voices on the global stage. Our media partners, and also my publicity committee for sharing our story with integrity and passion. To my designers, Nana Hima, Vessels, Christy Brown, I say thank you for letting me be confident and elegant. To all my fans and supporters and every single person who voted, thank you for believing in me. A special thanks to you, to Dr. Azad Mopin, Asta DM Healthcare, for establishing and supporting the Asta Guardian Global Award. Also to our grand jury, who also supported this cause. This initiative empowers nurses globally, and I'm grateful for the platform it has given me to further my mission in oncology nursing. As I reflect on the prize, I'm committed to completing the African Cancer Nurses Competencies Framework, launching a cancer genetic counseling program, and establishing an educational scholarship fund, and also creating the African Leadership Academy for cancer nurses. This initiative will bring capacity, strengthen system, and ensure that quality cancer care is a right, not a privilege. To every nurse who listens, to my colleagues who are here with me today, your hands heal, your voice advocates, Your heart leads. Together we are shaping the future. One patient, one moment, one act of courage at a time. Thank you very much. May God richly bless you all. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're asked to go.
Will somebody mention your name one day in this life for the impact you've done in their lives? I mean, positively, just like this woman mentioned all these names and organizations. Can that be you? Take a look at you. Ask that question. It's a good thing. I'm happy for her. Congratulations to her. And then she said, once she wins that money, this is what she intends to do with it. She said that before she won. She said that while she was soliciting for votes, and she have not changed her mind. Let's take a look at what she intends to do with some of the prize money that she won.
Anna, if you win this award, right, what would it mean to you first? And how would you use or leverage it to make the Ghana situation better in whatever context that you find yourself?
Right, thank you. So winning this is a win, as I said, is a win for Ghana, is a win for West Africa, is a win for Africa, and it's a win for nursing, precisely cancer nursing. We will go on with the competencies we've been able to draw it. We have the first review. We need to do the implementation. So some of this prize money will go into that. And we also want to, looking at the big gap in leadership, we are not seeing our nurses taking up a lot of leadership roles and also making input into policies. So we want to create an academy, leadership academy for nursing, not just nursing, cancer nursing. We also want to create scholarship, a fund for education for nurses within Ghana. Sometimes when leadership roles come up, in terms of qualification, we don't really have a lot of nurses being at that. So we want to increase their leverage in that.
Naomi, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I really wish that you win.
So amazing. That is not all. If you want to know how far she have come and all that, I'm going to leave a video that will run. But for me, I'm ending my own here. And please, I would like to use this opportunity to remind you that I'm still doing the fundraising for my daughter's former teacher. Yesterday, I put a call through to her, asking her how much is left for her so she can go back to school. So she told me she's been able to raise some amount. Okay, so what we need now is not that much anymore to help her complete. What we need now is just some more money to add to her so she can get back to school, because school is going on. So far, we have been able to raise a total sum of 1,422 Ghana cedis. The money is with me as we speak. If you guys can help me, if you can help me make that donations to be at least 2,500 cedis, then I can call her, invite her over, and hand over that money to her in presence of you all, and we will move on from there. If you want to make a donations, the first comment on this video, kindly send a message to my Facebook page with the name Lillian Born Great, and I'll give you my mobile money number so you can donate whatever amount you want. Okay, I'm going to give account for everything on the day I'm handing that money to her. So now I'm going to leave Nurse Naomi video running. So if you want to know more about her and her journey, don't forget to catch up. And before I go, there's something I want to say. In this life, if your mission is genuine, if your intentions are genuine, you are definitely going to win. Definitely going to win, no matter how long it takes.
The cancer burden is also increasing. Having over 19.3 million new cases, and over half of them die. And it's said that over 70% are coming from the lower middle income countries, which Africa also has a share. And to be able to combat this burden, we need competent nurses, competent workforce to be able to deliver care to this cancer patient and their families. And looking at in terms of our workforce, they are scarce, especially with oncology nursing. So we saw, and usually people come in with these short courses just to be able to help people upgrade knowledge to be able to deliver quality care to patients. But there has not been any formal in terms of looking at the impact to the system. So in 2017, there was this nursing forum where we had a lot of nurses trying to comb through what are some of our challenges within our sector. And we saw that we don't have any standardization in terms of practice. And we have other people, there have been strikes in oncology nursing. Some countries have started doing training and education in oncology nursing, but there should be some form of standardization across board so that others could also look up on it and then help them to try to also develop their own curriculum to be able to help equip the skills and knowledge of the nurses who deliver cancer care to a patient. So we thought of why not we then develop competencies, have a standard across board where countries can then look up to be able to develop their own curriculum. Because in developing curricula, you need to look at the setting, cultural perspective, you put all together and what is happening within countries. So a group of nurses with our international collaborators like International Society of Nurses in Cancer Care, Oncology Nursing Society from the US, came together with the aortic nursing group to be able to look at it and then be able to help develop competencies. So we then went out to adopt other existing curriculum and competencies. By the way, we took that of the European Oncology Nursing Society, that of Oncology Nursing Society from the US, the South African Oncology Nursing Society, and that of the Canadian association to be able to look at it and try to make a bridge to be able to adapt it to our system. And within, there were nurses in Africa who was also involved in this competency development. It has taken a while, for over 4 years. We're able to, after putting all together, we sent to the various, members to be able to review, and then we sent it out to Africans. Not those who did the review were not within our group. They went into academia, different countries. We had about 11 countries with 14 people who were either in academia or in practice to be able to look at it and review it. So they did. The review was more whether we had 4 steps, whether it is feasible, and we also found if it's not feasible, if it's something that cannot be adapted to the system. And throughout, and we had various areas of competencies, about 15 or 16 areas of competencies, and they had to go through. And in looking through, there were just a few comments, more of looking at the community health worker. What can we do to be able to upgrade the knowledge of community health worker? Because they usually may be the first people and we had to explain that it's also taken care of, because for the competence we have someone who does not work in a cancer center, like the first level, all nurses, at least some form of knowledge in cancer care. Then we have people who are specialized, but in the specialization we have levels. Maybe post-basic, after training as a bachelor, some knowledge you need to know in cancer care if you are working in a cancer environment. Then we have at advanced level where there are added on skills. They could maybe prescribe some chemos and do other added on skills. So we had these 3 levels. And throughout the review, we only had about 1 or 2 who said in terms of ability to implement, they were saying in terms of resources were limited. There were about 2 countries were saying they couldn't have the resources to be able to implement in terms of faculty. But in all we had a good review from all our 14 reviewers. And the reviewers were all across Africa. We had from North Africa, we had from West Africa, we have from South Africa, we have from Central Africa and East Africa. Try to make sure that they were all part of the reviews. So at this point, the next step is to make endorsement by aortic, and then we move on to other societal bodies within countries going to the various, licensing or authorizing from the various Ministry of Health, those in the licensures, those who are able to license nurses, the various schools that do training to be able to look at, to be able to help them to peg their curricula according to what has been developed, and also then public. To the public, we will be able to have publications to reach the other world where they can also replicate what we have done. We did it more of Africa, not just Sub-Saharan, because Egypt was also part of the review, and they're also happy to have something like that to be able to look at what they have doing now. Currently, Egypt is now doing a PhD in oncology nursing, and so they also need something like that to be able to help them standardize their training. Elsewhere, now Africa is, we are moving, we are having something that we have equivalent to the nurse practitioner in the US and others. So nursing in advance, having nurses who are going for advanced nursing skills. So we also need, it's quite important that we need this so that it's standardized. Any nurse that is in Ghana or in South Africa or in Egypt or in Kenya and says is a nurse practitioner, is a nurse specialist, should have an ABC skills which should be cut across all board, irrespective of the cancers that you see. What I want to put across is something that is for Africa, and it's Africans who developed it. And I think it's something that, as it comes within in-country, we are entrenching all who matters to be able to take it up and help us standardize our practice for our patients to have quality cancer care, which they deserve it. And it's a must, it's their right to have it.